Most teams have 4 years to prepare for the Olympic Games. We're cramming that down into 4 months. The whole of this journey has been made possible by the National Lottery and the funding we received. The first time we're coming together as a men and women's programme, we know we haven't got time to waste. We'll be taking 13 players as it stands. We'll make that decision by the 27th of June.
I'm hoping those first week nerves and jitters will go.
I'm aware of it and I'm trying to get there.
It means everything to me to get there.
Like, I had some big news which I wanted to deliver to the squad.
Respect for just coming to this place, mate. I think it's really admirable.
I couldn't imagine not getting a seat on that plane to Tokyo. And it makes me tearful talking about it because it is a hard subject.
The wider team is so important, and it's not just about us, it's about everyone that has helped us get to this point.
There's certainly something about this week which has felt a little bit different. Maybe it is as straightforward as you get your kit and it starts to feel proper, and things have stepped up a notch.
Paddy, mate, his offloading skills are ridiculous.
Paddy Kelly, prop. From a Scottish perspective, it's been a tough year now, really, since the last tournament for the Scottish boys. It's great to be able to come together now with a common goal.
Oh, Paddy, who's the back, who's the forward here?
So what we can do now in the next 3 months is just work as hard as possible, and from my point of view, show what I can do and give everything I've got to get that opportunity to go.
Feels bigger now, a bit more exciting. Like, we had team meetings last couple of nights and everyone was in the same room, and that was really cool because you just got to see them and they got to see us.
This might be the first time you've seen the potential pools. We know we've got a sprint finish into this. We know we haven't got time to waste.
A bit more of a unity feel around the squad.
That we're very different people than we were a year ago. And a lot of that is that we really value what we do, probably even more than we did before. And I think that's making the experience now probably all the more special as well.
I had some big news which I wanted to deliver to the squad, and I didn't want to do that online. So I asked the management here whether it would be okay if I came up on the first day of camp and talked to the guys and girls just about my decision to step away from the game and my reasons why. I'm actually going to be retiring from playing. It's a really hard decision for me because I want to be there and I want to play, but for me, my driving force is my family. It's not fair on my wife and my kids. It's not fair on you guys and girls, slightly different, but I can't commit 100% to you and I can't commit 100% to my wife and kids.
I think you could sense the impact it had because there was silence, and some of that was because of shock. People weren't expecting it.
But I want you guys and girls to just give everything. You only get this opportunity and you've got to really just grab it and do it.
We all want to get up and give him a hug, and we all want to get around him and be normal and be human and be natural, but you can't. And that kind of makes those situations difficult.
I still want to be involved with the programme. I've got a lot of experience and I've got a lot of big game moments where I feel I can help them and help them grow and help them be better. I look forward to just having my life and being able to live it a little bit more, I would say under my control, but it'd probably be under my wife's, wouldn't it? But and the little boys as well, like they'll be ruling the roost, you know?
My role is to help oversee both the men's and women's programme from a physical performance perspective.
AJ, you ready?
We're obviously collecting a lot of data in camp to inform decisions, really, as opposed to define selection. We want to give them a selection headache. Yeah, so there's a vast array of different technologies and equipment being used to monitor. Their HRV is measuring a heart rate measure through their camera on their phone. We've got the GPS units that they wear to track movement and velocities and speeds that they're travelling at, accelerations and decelerations, and even tackles and collisions. And then we've got the performance analysis side of things, where you've got drones flying above, looking at different angles on the rugby field. You've got poles and scaffolding on the side of the field in terms of video from the lateral side of the field as well.
And we have guys and girls coming in and out of camp based on relationships with clubs, their release dates, etc. And so that means everybody's in a different place. And that information probably becomes even more poignant then, because it's going to tell a story about an individual.
Well, I'm going back to Scotland 15s after the second camp, get prepared for the Six Nations. So I've got, you know, the two things on my mind. But yeah, it's pretty full on, but you know, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, that little 5% jump would be quite nice.
Well, we've had people come into camp with slight ailments or end-stage rehab. We want to make sure that those guys are including in training safely, but as soon as possible, so that they can put their hands up for selection.
So I hurt my knee a couple of weeks back. Nothing crazy, just, I can't even pronounce the name, but around my MCL area. Essentially had a couple of weeks making sure my rehab was there, my balance stuff was there. Starting running and stuff this week.
3, 2, 1,
Out in rugby at the age 16 off the back of an eating disorder, which was really tough. You know, when you're really skinny, you just come out of like hospital, and I was proper scared. But I started off at Old Lems, went to Lichfield. From there, I got picked up through county into England Academy, England A. That doesn't even exist anymore. That's crazy, I'm so old. Into England A, and then I diverted into GB bobsleigh for a couple of years on the ice. So all of a sudden, all that power that I'd had on the ice, with lack of fitness that I had to make up for big time, then put me into the sevens game, and I've been in sevens ever since, just from the age of 26. It's been tearful talking about it, because it is a hard subject. When you're ill, or when you've got something that looks different to everybody else, I don't think it ever really leaves you, because you're always reminded. I think my way of coping with it is that I try and tell people before it becomes, why haven't you got any hair? I'll be training and my eyes are sore because I've got no eyelashes, or I get loads of sun cream on my eyes because it drops down and there's no filter. So this is me. This is great that, you know, I'm not ill. I've just, yeah, okay, I've got like alopecia and I've got my life, and I get to play England sevens and I'm accepted on the pitch. And I think the one place that I feel I can be myself, express myself.
Naturally, stop now.
But they haven't done that. That's not been happening to me.
I couldn't imagine not getting a seat on that plane to Tokyo. You don't play the sport for yourself. You play it for all the backroom staff, you play it for your teammates, you play it for the country, you play it for GB, you play it for the younger players coming through, you play it for the nation.
The reason I picked Chip was that New Zealand game. You turned over 3 balls. Just something I want you to keep aware of. I'm aware of.
I'm trying to get there.
Fair enough.